Every night for 20 years, John Wayne locks himself in his study. His daughter watches through the crack in the door. She sees her father on his knees, praying. She never asks what he's praying for. Then, on his deathbed in 1979, she finally does. His answer? It breaks her heart. Here is the story. The house is quiet. It's past midnight. Newport Beach, California, 1968. Everyone is asleep except John Wayne. He's in his study, door closed, lights off except for one desk lamp. His daughter Aissa is 8 years old. She wakes up thirsty, walks downstairs to get water from the kitchen. She passes her father's study, sees light under the door, hears something. Quiet sounds, like someone talking. She stops, curious. Her father is alone in there. Who is he talking to? Aissa peeks through the crack where the door doesn't quite meet the frame. Just an inch, enough to see inside. Her father is kneeling on the floor beside his desk, hands folded, head bowed. His lips are moving. He's praying. Aissa has never seen this before. Her father doesn't go to church much. He's not the type to talk about God or religion. He's John Wayne, the Duke. Cowboys don't kneel. But here he is, on his knees, in the dark, praying. She watches for maybe 30 seconds, then feels like she's seeing something private, something not meant for her eyes. She goes back upstairs without getting her water. The next night, she wakes up again, checks. Her father is in his study, same position, kneeling, praying. The night after that, same thing. For weeks, Aissa checks. Every night her father does this, every single night. Same time, around midnight. After everyone else is asleep, he goes into his study, closes the door, and prays alone. She never asks him about it. It feels too sacred, too personal. Like walking in on someone crying. You don't interrupt, you just know something important is happening. Before we continue, quick question for you. Do you believe in prayer? Drop your thoughts in the comments. It's the late 1960s in Newport Beach, California. John Wayne's house overlooks the harbor. Big house, Spanish style, red tile roof, white walls. Bought it in 1965 after he won the Oscar for True Grit. This is where he lives when he's not making movies. This is home. Wayne has been making movies for 40 years. Started in 1929. Worked his way up from prop boy to the biggest star in Hollywood. Made over 200 films. Won 1 Oscar. Should have won more. But that's Hollywood. He's been married 3 times. Divorced twice. Currently married to Pilar. They have 3 kids together. Aissa, John Ethan, and Marisa. Plus, he has 4 kids from previous marriages. 7 children total. Complicated family. Lots of guilt about not being there enough. He's also battling cancer. First time was 1964. Lung cancer. Lost his entire left lung. Doctors said he'd never work again. He proved them wrong. Made 20 more films. But the cancer is always there in the back of his mind. Waiting. He knows it'll probably come back. It usually does. Wayne doesn't talk about fear, doesn't talk about doubt, doesn't talk about the things that keep him up at night. That's not what John Wayne does. John Wayne is tough, strong, unbreakable. That's the image. That's the brand. That's what America expects. But alone in his study at midnight, the image doesn't matter. Nobody's watching. Nobody's judging. It's just him and God and whatever he needs to say in the dark. Aissa grows up watching this ritual. She's 8 when she first sees it, then 9, then 10. Every year she checks. Her father is still doing it, still kneeling in his study every night, still praying alone after everyone else goes to sleep. She asks her mother about it once. Pilar just smiles. Your father has his own relationship with God. We don't ask about it. Aissa learns not to ask. It's one of those family mysteries. Everyone knows it happens. Nobody talks about it. When Aissa is 12, she tries listening through the door, presses her ear against the wood. She can hear her father's voice, low, quiet, but she can't make out the words. just the rhythm of someone talking. Sometimes it sounds like he's asking questions. Sometimes it sounds like he's apologizing. Sometimes it sounds like he's just tired. She wonders what he prays for. Success? Health? His family? His career? Forgiveness for something? The prayers last about 10 minutes each night, sometimes longer, rarely shorter. It's like a job, something that has to be done, a debt that has to be paid every single day. Years pass. Aissa becomes a teenager, then a young woman. Her father keeps praying, every night, through good times and bad, through cancer scares and comebacks, through failed marriages and new ones, through everything. The prayers never stop. June 1979, UCLA Medical Center. Wayne is dying. Stomach cancer, final stage. Days left, maybe hours. The family takes turns sitting with him, saying goodbye, telling him they love him, trying to make peace with the fact that John Wayne, the man who seemed indestructible on screen, is about to die in a hospital bed like everyone else. Aissa is 23 now. She sits alone with her father one afternoon. He's barely conscious. Morphine keeps the pain away, but also takes him away. He drifts in and out. Sometimes he knows where he is. Sometimes he thinks he's on a movie set. Sometimes he doesn't know anything at all. But right now, in this moment, his eyes are clear. He's looking at Aissa, really seeing her. She's been carrying a question for 15 years, since she was 8 years old. And if she doesn't ask now, she'll never know. "Daddy?" "Yes, sweetheart." "Can I ask you something?" He nods, barely. "When I was little, I used to see you, at night, in your study. You were praying." Wayne's expression doesn't change. He just watches her. "You did it every night, for years. I never asked what you were praying for, but I always wondered." She pauses. "What were you praying for, Daddy?" Wayne is quiet for a long time, so long that Aissa thinks maybe he's fallen asleep. But then he speaks. His voice is barely a whisper. "I prayed for the men I never was." Aissa leans closer. "What do you mean?" Wayne's eyes fill with tears. She's never seen her father cry, not once in 23 years. But now tears slide down into his hospital pillow. "The soldier I never became, the father I failed to be, the husband I couldn't be." His voice breaks. "Every night I asked God to forgive me for the men I wasn't, and to make me better tomorrow." Aissa is crying now too. "You were a good man, Daddy." "I tried. That's all any of us can do. Just try." He closes his eyes, exhausted from talking. But he's not done. "I couldn't serve in the war, had 4 kids, studio wouldn't let me go. So I spent 50 years making movies about soldiers, pretending to be what I couldn't be. Every night I prayed for the real soldiers, the ones who actually did it. Asked God to bless them, told him I was sorry I wasn't one of them. And I missed your childhood, missed all of your childhoods. Too busy working, too busy being John Wayne. So every night I prayed you'd forgive me, prayed I'd be a better father tomorrow. Never was, but I kept praying anyway." He opens his eyes again, looks at his daughter. "That's what I prayed for, every night for 20 years. The men I never was, the men I should have been." John Wayne died 2 days later, June 11th, 1979. His family was there. He went peacefully as anyone can go when cancer has eaten through their body. After the funeral, Aissa went back to her father's house in Newport Beach, walked into his study, the room where she'd seen him pray all those years. She knelt in the same spot where her father used to kneel, tried to imagine what it felt like to come here every night, to face God, to ask for forgiveness, to pray for the strength to be better tomorrow. She understood something then. Her father wasn't praying because he was weak. He was praying because he was strong enough to admit he wasn't perfect, strong enough to ask for help, strong enough to keep trying even when he kept failing. Aissa told this story publicly for the first time in 2015. She was 59 years old, speaking at a charity event in Los Angeles. Someone asked her what she remembered most about her father. She told them about the prayers, about watching through the door crack when she was 8, about asking him on his deathbed what he prayed for, about his answer. "My father was the toughest man in movies," she said. "But every night, he got on his knees and admitted to God that he wasn't good enough. That takes more courage than any fight scene he ever did." The story spread. People couldn't believe it. John Wayne praying every night? John Wayne asking for forgiveness? John Wayne admitting he wasn't perfect? But that's exactly who he was. Not the character on screen, not the symbol of American masculinity, but the real man, the one who knew he'd failed, who knew he'd missed chances, who knew he'd let people down, and who kept asking God for one more chance to do better. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Leave a comment below. What do you think about John Wayne praying every night for 20 years? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And unfortunately, they don't make men like John Wayne anymore.